Alright, today we're looking at the VGN-AR820E. Pretty much kill the VGN. It's the AR820E. This is a really nice 17-inch notebook from Sony. Obviously, it's a VAIO. And this is actually a great computer if you're going back to school, if you need a new laptop. It's going to be a 17-inch. If you want something that's big, this is going to do it. It does do 1440 by 900 lines of resolution on that 17-inch monitor. It's something called, what Sony calls X-Bright, which is everyone has their version of their bright LCD screens. This is X-Bright, and it's the Eco, so it actually can dim and work on less power. Very nice laptop, very elegant looking. I don't know if you can see how simple the keyboard is. Look at that. Very elegant, very nice. This is a 17-inch one. What I kind of liked about this one is these really big wrist rests right here. You can actually type very well on this. It doesn't have a number pad, which is kind of odd, but a lot of people don't like the number pads or don't actually use them in their day-to-day routine, so it's very nice. Nice wrist rest. It has a lot of connectivity, which I'll tell you about in a second, and the price is just right. It runs on Vista Home Premium, and it's very powerful, so it'll actually run Vista Home Premium no problem. So let's talk about that power and those specs. This thing actually has a T5750, which is a 2 GHz Pentium dual core. It's got 3 gigs of RAM, which is very nice. It's got one 2 gig stick and one 1 gig stick, and it will go up to 4 gigs, so you can always replace that 1 gig stick with another 2 gig stick and go up to 4. Now, hard drive space is very nice on here too. It's got a 250 gig, it's a SATA drive, 5400 RPM, very nice, very fast, very quick. What else has it got? I'll tell you what, my favorite thing on this is it's got an HDMI output. You don't see that too much on laptops, and this one's definitely got one. It's also got an S-video output, and I'll tell you what, when I show you the tour of this thing in a second, none of the stuff that's on this laptop, you can see it. It has little flap down doors for just about everything, so it keeps that whole sleek, elegant Sony VAIO, I'm a cool guy looking thing going through all around. Very nice. It's got gigabit LAN, which is something else you don't see very often on laptops. They're always 10100. Gigabit LAN is good, so if you're on a home network, it's very nice. It's got end-draft wireless. That's cool. 300 megabits per second, multiple in, multiple out, all on board. You know, no, you don't have to add a card. It's just end-draft wireless right out of the bat. 1.3 megapixel webcam is right up here on the top, and you can see it even has a nice little mic right there built in. So that's very nice. Gigabit LAN, webcam, HDMI output. Man, I think you're getting pretty much top notch over there. I'll tell you something else it has. It has an 8400 mobile NVIDIA card on here with 256 megabytes of frame buffer. So, I mean, when you do your media tests and you can do Vista Aero very nicely, it's gonna run Vista great. A lot of times people buy Vista laptops that have like 512 of RAM or 1 gig of RAM. That's not gonna work. This is a machine. It's 3 gigabytes of RAM, so it's definitely gonna do very nice. It's got a DVD burner on it. It's gonna do your Rs, your RWs, your CDs, your RAMs, your ROMs. Again, it'll do just about every single type of portable disk media that you can get out there. It will burn all of that. And let's see, let's give you a little tour of the notebook. I'm gonna prop this thing up over here so you guys can kind of see it. Let's see if you can zoom in. Let's start, I guess, over here. Let's take a look at this. You have 2 quick shortcut buttons right there at the top. And with those, you can pretty much program them to do whatever you want. Now, the first one out of factory is programmed to bring up your sound controls. The second one's empty. You can do whatever you want. Also, right below it, here's your volume. This is where you go up and down on your volume. This is your mute button, and then this will eject your DVD player, DVD burner, which is right there. Moving on over here to this side, you're going to see up here on the top, these are your media keys. So you have your pause, play, minus, you know, your AV mode. You can switch your monitors through here. And then, of course, everything else works through all your function keys on the top panel. Now, trackpad is obviously right there, right at the bottom. These are your 2 buttons, very simple. And I'll close this now so that I can show you. It's going to turn off, but I'm going to show you the size, and let me show you how all this stuff kind of works. So if you're looking at this side of the case, it doesn't look like there's too much happening over here, but this is where everything is pretty much. Starting from over here, you have 2 USB 2.0 slots, PC card slot is right there, express card slot is right there, and then as you move down, it kind of looks like there's nothing there, but there's all your connectivity. There's an iLink Firewire, digital S-video output, which will do high def, HDMI, which will do high def with audio, and then your VGA connector. And if you keep moving down right along to here, you have your modem and your gigabit LAN, which is very nice, and it just stays stowed away very nicely. Moving on to this side, you see that right here in the back is where you have your inputs for your microphone, your output for your headset, and your optical out, which is very nice to have. It's a nice little option. Right here, obviously, is your DVD burner. which does not want to come out right now because the laptop closed when I closed the lid. But that's pretty much on this side, and then I'll show you the front. You have a couple more things in the front, not too much, but right over here, if you look over here, you have your Wi-Fi on and off switch. Actually, I'm sorry, this is your latch. This is where you open the laptop, and then right over here, you have Media Stick, Media Stick Pro and Media Stick, and then SD right underneath it. And then this is the switch where you turn your Wi-Fi on and off, so I'll leave it on. Taking a look at this side over here, you do have one USB 2.0 extra in the back, as well as your power connector. And if you look a little bit down further over here, there's a Kensington lock, which is occasionally useful in case you're in a corporate environment. You want to keep this locked down so that people that walk by don't see a Sony VAIO laptop and go, hey, I want that, and they take it. That's no good. So very nice laptop, very sleek, lots of functionality. It's cool that everything is blocked off. All right, so you got a huge 17-inch monitor, you got 3 gigs of RAM, you got a 250 gig hard drive, you got express card slot, you got HDMI out, you got gigabit Ethernet. All this stuff is on this computer. It's an awesome computer for going back to school or for work. It would be a great desktop replacement as well. It's got a nice dual core, very fast. As usual, if you have any questions, go ahead and email me, and I will see you guys next time. For more information on the Sony VAIO AR820 17-inch laptop, go to CompUSA.com and type in S168-17005 into the search box. Or you can always call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-COMP-USA.